Okay, folks, and here we are in the multiplayer server of Avorion. I don't know if it's working, but I'm trying to use the regular studio. The classic studio seemed to work, and I don't know what happened between yesterday and today, but suddenly my CPU use is down 75% while playing this game. In other words, it's back to the regular non-lag BS. So, I'll just run around collecting things and keep doing stuff. Yeah. Anyway. Where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go? Let's see. We gotta go way up here somewhere. Or how far can I go? Right up to about here, it looks like. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I was really stressed out in the last video. It just, whew, I listened to it and went, oh, you snapped, you losed it. Anyway, it's frustrating when it seems to me that Google or YouTube especially is experimenting with their little stupid features that they're going to give to the rest of you, and they do it to me, and I get nothing out of it and never told that they're doing it. And, like, they've been doing what they're saying they're going to do about this lessening bandwidth and all that stuff to me for longer than you guys can realize. And part of that is making it hard. If they're having such an issue with bandwidth and everything, right? What they should be doing is saying, "Hey, everybody, we want you to go home, play some games, but we don't want you to stream them for a little while. Let's everybody take an entire week off." Okay? They could do that. They could say that, and that would help everything, right? Then they wouldn't have the excuse. But you see, the thing is, that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is they want you to keep doing what you're doing, and they get to keep making the same money, and you get crappier growth because your stuff looks like shit. Like, I was on a live stream with a Blender developer of an app or add-on named Jim Kruby, and we were both talking about BitChute, how you can it'll come and it'll take a copy and put it, but it only does it at 480p. And we looked at it and went, damn, that's shitty. But it's there. You know what I mean? It's crappy, but it's there. There we go. Wait a minute here. Let me get this thing set up right. There we go. Anyway, I don't know. So, and I stayed away from here while I don't know what was going on. Every time I fired up this game, it was using 100% of my CPU use. It was just weird. Today it's 25%. What the hell? And it was that way in single player, and it was that way in multiplayer. So you ask yourself, what did I do? Well, there's two things. Number one, I didn't play the game for a full day, or since I did that live. Number two, the other thing I did was I took the resolution down out of high definition to 1024 by 768, ran the game, and then I flipped it back, and it seems that that seems to be a solution. Maybe that if you start having issues like that, that's one thing to do, right? Anyway, and this camera that has a microphone, the microphone's a little. What do you expect? I'm being as cheap as possible here, trying to save money, right? So anyway, let's go do this jump. And there's two people that show up to the server that were causing lag, and I caught one guy. he was on another part of the Steam forum looking to use a mod on this multiplayer server that would effectively be like cheating. I was like, whoa. And I haven't said anything about it to anybody. I just when these people come on, I tend to just stop playing, right? I just go off, right? But you know, you can't live stream and then have interruptions like that. So I'm only gonna go 2 hours. You know, that's it from now on. No more of this 7 or 4 or whatever hours, because even though when I get to the 4 hour point, I'm actually doing more than the required watch time that you would need in a day to be monetized. That would be cool to keep doing, but you know, I'm not going to be able to do that while there's strange things happening with YouTube, right? So, whatever. And in OBS, I have the keyframe thing set to 2 seconds, and it's telling me it's at 5. So, I don't know why. That's their software problem, not mine. I mean, it's OBS or it's them, so I don't know what the solution there to do. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so I'll have a little fight. I don't know if I can take these guys, but we'll find out. Get right up in front of one first. Pound them both into oblivion. Come on. Move. Can't sit here forever. Alright, turn around. Take that guy. Oh my god, it won't. It's one of the... Bye-bye. Come on, shoot! Why are you not shooting? Thank you. Jeez. Where's the other idiots? Alright, you're next. Why is it when I point away from them, there's no proper aiming in this game either, right? It's really hit and miss for your trajectory. Come on, get the blue thing and turn around. Jesus. Come on. I'm gonna end up dead here. Come on. Okay, you're done. Your turn. Boy, I got some purples here, eh? Up, up. Push it up, out of the way. Come on. Let's get over here. Get this shit. I'm being bombarded, I know. Gotta get these two. Thank you. Now, where is he? Bye-bye. Yay. Now we can go collect loot, maybe. Come on, stop. Pick it up. Head over there, where you first blasted the other guys. Get the crap from over here. Boy, this ship is really responsive. Okay, now back into the mining phase. Let's just see what error YouTube giving me now. Yeah, it's still giving me the error, but it's working. I know that much. Like, as far as I know, it's just that the chat won't show, and I have to manually do that after, right? Like, what do you call it? You have to set it afterwards. I don't know why that is. And that was about 2 weeks ago. They just manually started pulling that shit on people. I don't know what the hell for. Anyway. I see some more loot up there. I'll get that in a minute. Might have been that my computer was getting a little warm too. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. It's old. It'll eventually blow up. Like all things. And you won't be able to get replacement right now. Imagine that. So, yeah. At least not for any good, decent price. Till all this crap is dealt with. This is part of the, you know, what goes on. Yeah, like things like this are actually properly removing themselves too. It's really weird. And I don't want to play the game too long because, you know, maybe that's part of the problem, is that it overheats and then it uses more system resources to do stuff. I don't know. But I'm progressing in the game. You know, got 2 purples there. I'll check them out in a bit once I'm done with this. I want to get this before something shows up. Is. Oh. Come on. What's going on now? Ah, for Christ's sake. Here we go again. Somebody logging in. Why are not all my... Okay. Come on, guys. You should be working. Come on. Why are not all my things working? That's weird, eh? Let me try something else. Oh. That might help. See, this sitting at the back of the ship, it really doesn't help you for being able to do this. Like, look. Should be able to scroll forward on it. That's the only thing you know, you solve that and all the rest of my complaints are like minimized, because I got to make a ship that's wide in order to be in front where I can see where I'm aiming at. That's not the way you want to play a damn game. So we see the position where the lasers are firing at it. Push the asteroids out of the way. There. I gotta lift it higher up yet. Anyway, I grab Paladin, so I'll start the game, play a little, get the free bundle, and, I don't know, whatever. I'll do that too. There's a thing on Epic for that. And what else? There was, got the torchlight going there. It's not too bad. I mean, I enjoy it. I got enough games to keep me occupied for a while anyway. There's that other one. Boom, 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 boom. What else is in here? See, that .05 distance is the distance from the back end to me, which means it's like practically right over front of me. That's one thing to remember. Let's see if there's any other giant sizers in this thing. So when this video's done, it'll when you look at it at first, it'll be in 480p, and standard definition, in other words. And if you want to see it in 720p, you're going to have to hit this little wheel icon and select 720p. Now, the reason they're doing that isn't so that they screw with us adults, so much as young kids who wouldn't have an idea of that unless they start getting told that a lot, right? people are less likely to do it. Because there's really not a terrible amount of difference between 480 and 720p. Like, I use it sometimes when I'm doing other things with bandwidth. I'll drop it down to 480p so I can still keep watching somebody and be doing something else at the same time, right? However, I mean, you know, and it's bullshit, because this is just a way that they can get all of us to stop doing things like, oh, I don't know, pirating some stuff so that we have some things because we can't get them in certain countries, or that, you know, it's not available, or whatever else. That's what this is all about, okay? And as far as the YouTube thing's concerned, that's just a money grab. That's just money grabbing. And there's absolutely no reason why, like I said yesterday, they couldn't, you know, social distance even in their workplace. I mean, you know, like, it's a tech fucking company, for Christ's sake. Use some technology, for Christ's sake, to do this shit when you're at work. You know, you don't need to, and the very fact is, you really don't need to be at work to be doing the jobs they do. You could technically be doing everything that they do at home anyway. So what's the excuse of having no tech support, or sending anybody home? Who are you sending home? I mean, like, this is like I was offered a job by Kraft in the US. And what these suits wanted me to do, because I know about technology, I would go over to, I guess, what was it? I forget which city it was. I think it was Philadelphia. And, no, it was Boston. I would go to Boston and talk to the tech guys and see what they wanted and get a price for it. And then I would head back to Philadelphia, or wherever it was that this place was, and talk to these suits and see what they were willing to pay for what, right? And I got thinking to myself, you know, this is right around the time that it came out that there were 20 million illegal Mexicans in the United States. I was thinking to myself, fuck, I could stay right in Canada, hire a Mexican to run back and forth and just tell them what to say, you know, all the time, you know, and make 120,000 US a year, sitting around doing nothing. Just teleconference with him, you know, and that's what most people, no offense to Americans, that's what we view you as. Stupid people with a lot of money that just use technology in all the wrong ways most of the time. I'm not kidding you. It makes me laugh. And then you got this YouTube setting up. You know, you hit the subscription button. You want to see all your subscribers. You know, and if somebody's live, you want to see in that little page there all the live people. It's not showing it anymore. What it's showing me is just 1, 2, maybe 3. Another way that YouTube can try and slow you down from using bandwidth of theirs. That's what I'm talking about right there. It's bullshit. More bullshit. Right? And when I complained heavily about it, while I was in a discussion with another guy on YouTube who actually put YouTube in the Twitter feed, right, it suddenly went back for like half a minute to what it used to be. And right after that, I went back to him and said, yeah, and after I talked to you, they put it back to that. And then after I said that, it went back to the way it was. It's like bullshit, man. So I can't see whenever anyone's doing a live. Like, what the fuck is that about? Right? You got to go to that left panel, and even some of those, the person's already gone live, and it's over now. Like, you can't show support to anybody properly, like, at the moment, you know? Where are they? Oh, they'll be getting angry at me over here in a minute. Yeah, here we go. not moving from here, fools. Oh, rubber banding. You're dead. I gotta back up to like 0.2. There we go. But anyway, and they never respond to you, eh? You know what they do? See, they're not paying attention to me very well because, or maybe they are. I don't know, but you got to realize of the 485 subs I have, the average subs of theirs is now up to 5K. Right? My users are growing. Okay. That's what I like. That's what I like. I said, you know, they want to piss with me, go ahead, right? While they're doing it to me, you guys are getting better at and growing more, which is good, you know? And they tried to mess with the odd person here and there, right? Like, the fact that they tried to unsubscribe me from one of my own subscribers who was in an actual live stream 3 days in a row is evident that something's up, right? Me and the guy were like, this is actually pretty funny, you know? Like, they're trying to pull shit while we're both online talking to each other. I mean, you know, that's more proof that what Crowder was actually talking about, that it's not just an AI system, that there actually is somebody at the back there pulling a switch going, let's mess with him because I don't like him. Ooh, this looks like pain. This guy's for real. Look at this shit. Get off of me. Whoa, dude. Give me a kiss, will ya? Bye-bye. Where's my plus sign? Thank you. It won't let me highlight them. There we go. Rip them apart. Whip up nice and fast. Thank you. You're dead. Your turn. You're dead. You're dead. Who's next? Thank you. I'm gonna go back over here and finish my shit. And then if they want to attack me again, I'll deal with them again. Oh, too close. Oh, here they come again. Where is he? Down here? Shooting missiles at me, are you? Come on, shoot. Same to you. Where'd that thing go? My God! The leg suddenly again. There we go. Where is my little... There it is. I'll finish this off while they're being stupid. Do, 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 do. And here come the musicians that have nothing to do anymore. No more concerts for you. I just want to see that video again of Ozzy Osbourne in a kitchen bigger than 3 apartment buildings or apartments here. In a kitchen. That's his kitchen, right? Complaining how Hollywood screwed with him money-wise. There's a weird-looking chunk in there. Just barrel through it all, cut it in half. That. Okay. Yay! They're still running around out here. There's like 2 of them out here. They're just sitting there though, like dummies. That's okay, let's go over here and mess with this. What else is around this star system? Yep. Oh, let's do the, let's have a look at weapons then. Where is it? I guess I gotta go into here. Woo, we got a new plasma turret I can use. And this gun is better. And where's the other purple thing? Way off the list. Must be. So let's see. There's no plasma turret. Let's change things up then. Where's plasma turret? That one. Let's go over here. What about that one? Take that off. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me see something. Yes. Unarmed. I need armed. Fuckers. cannons we got here? Our cannon can go then. Now, do I have extra slots now? No, not yet. What am I at for firepower? I'll take that one out. Come on, go. Go away. Won't go. There. Now, DPS. I'm gonna put the plasma turret over here. Right there. Now, what do I got for space? I got 2 spotter. Range. Range. Need something with more range. What's this for range? Okay, try that. Yeah, increases the firepower. It's good for me. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Alright. Canadian star. Move over here for a minute. each other, eh? Good. Ow. Hurt me. There you go, I'll take these. Exotic what? Launcher turret. Nice. Oh, look at that. See why I do that. Loot. Jeez, I got 4 pieces off that guy. There's another one down here somewhere. There you are. Here's a purple. What do I get? Launcher turret. Nice. That's some nice loot today. That's what you get for not playing every day. Any game says, please come back. Let's go over here and get these ships. A whole bunch of ships in here, eh? Every time, man. I knew there'd be something on that. Okay. Still got a touch of the whatever in my lungs. Oh, I gotta fix something. Something. Aha. Just a second. Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I should have named my ship Canadian Tire. That was more appropriate. Or used hockey stick. Or pucky. C for Kronos. Okay, I think we're pretty much done here. Something over here. What is that? Wreckage. Oh, I get something out of it. Turret control, yes. Now, you usually would use a salvage R thing, and you would just go crazy and get lots of loot out of that. Where is my cargo at? We're about halfway. Okay, just keep progressing forward. Barrier's up here somewhere. Oh. Give me a second there. I'll check the chat too while I'm here. Oh, lots of asteroids. Yeah, hey guys, and I when I'm looking at the live chat, like the video over to the upper left here, it just has an error. And then it says, please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less, and I got it in OBS at 2. I had it at 1. It says keyframes are not being sent often enough, which I guess maybe I need more? Like it says, like I don't know, I put it at a keyframe frequency of 1, and it gave me theirs. I put it at 2, at least now the live chat and everything works. So I don't know. This is and it gave me a different error when I used the classic. So I honestly think these guys don't know what the hell they're doing. I really don't. Because I could do a recording at the same quality and there's nothing wrong. In fact, it's better quality than what you'll see on YouTube. YouTube's been downgrading quality a lot longer than you guys think. And if you think it's using H.264 and ABC1 or AV1 or whatever. It's not, because I can go into the Unreal Engine and make an AVI video, which is an older style video codec, and the quality is better than it is on YouTube. Just saying, guys. They want to keep messing with us, and eventually one of us is going to have to get a million of yous out here and say, let's go over here and make a YouTube for YouTube creators that is owned by the YouTube creators. Okay? You know, the shareholders would only be allowed to be people who are YouTube creators. If you stop being a YouTube creator, then you got to sell your shares back to the company or something like that. I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways you could do. You could keep your shares and be like retired, as long as, you know, you're not allowed to sell them to anyone else. That kind of thing. I don't know how you do that legally, but anyway. It's kind of one of them things where free enterprise and whatever. But anyway, there's a lot of people asking for another YouTube, and I mean, they're not just us white guys either. Okay, it's a whole range of people. Like when you have to ask me how to make your thing better, that all the time. There's something wrong. Something wrong. Anyway. Let's see here. We'll go over to the upper top. It looks like there's some big rocks in the middle here too. We'll just kind of float our way around here. I'm just trying to fill up my cargo bay, and then I'm going to head home and drop some money off and do some upgrades. Upgrades. What upgrades? Ooh, look at the big blue rock there. Yum yums. There's a big looking chunk. 477,000, eh? This will keep me busy for a while. Keep your finger down on, depressed on the mouse button. Look at the little bar slide. Tick, 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 tick. How do I light my cigarette with one hand? Hold on, this could be difficult. Okay, wrong hand. I'm right-handed. Now I gotta be, well, I'm ambidextrous, but more I favor my right hand. Oh, that hurts my thumb. This Zippo has hurt my thumb, eh? I dropped it on the floor, and now the wheel on it's hard to turn. Yeah. So I kind of snapped in my last video, and I'll apologize to everybody on that. I was just I'm just so bloody angry at a lot of things. It's not just, you know, it's one of them videos that you just freak out, and it's everything, not just any one thing, right? You know. I listened to it and was just kind of cringing a bit myself, going, ooh, you snapped, you loosed it. I was like, oh boy. And what bizarre world we live in is that when the video was done, they took the exact last hour of my video and put it up there. And I was going, I click on this 7.5 hour video, and it's showing me, once I clicked on it, that first of all it was in 480p, and then it was only an hour. I was like going, I was just in almost rage mode. It took them 5 hours, I guess, to recode it to normal. You know what I mean? Holy balls. Like, and YouTube shouldn't be decreasing creators' stuff. They should be trying to find ways to increase it, because we're part of the people that are creating some entertainment while all this bullshit's going on. So if you want to piss us off and have less of us doing things that require visual, you know, stimulus, then by all means, YouTube, keep it up. You know? Like, people are going to go and they're going to start watching these new games, and they'll click on a video and it'll be in 480p and go, this is just shitty looking game. And then they won't get it. And they won't have anything to do, and they go outside and they go and infect somebody. Okay? That's the direct result of a policy like this. Okay? I can see it happening. It won't happen that often, mind you, because people do have some brain size. Like, does anybody know how to change the resolution on their videos? How many people know that? I'm going to do a video on it so YouTube can bite my balls. Okay? And circulate that one around, too, because I'm going to hang a little bit of... I'm going to hang these two little Christmas things like a pair of nuts. And I can just swing them back and forth, right? And going... Say, you know what to bite. Like, it's kind of a useless thing to do, because once people realize, oh, I just start the video and then turn up the resolution. Exactly what bandwidth got saved there? The 1 second that it takes for the moron to click the little white circle button. Oh, Aria. It just comes right back to the stupid policy of, you know, while we were being the COPA thing there, and they're talking about anything that looks kiddie and childish, the one girl at the Creator Studios comes out with these new stickers that they're all kiddie. And then you got the CEO who comes out with a video that looks like something a 5-year-old would make. Oh. God damn it, Alphabet, you'd be making more money if you put somebody in charge who knew what they're doing. Okay? Susan's a nice PR lady. Keep her for public relations, that's it. Letting the lady who gave the tech guys a garage run the company is probably not a great idea in the long term. That's right, everybody. We got Garage Lady running YouTube. You know what I mean? I am so not popular with them, I know it. I don't think I give a shit anymore. I gave up. I was starting to get a little serious there when I started getting some growth again, and then I thought, you know what, they're going to find a way to mess with me, and they did. Right after I got that 4K video, they started screwing with everything that, you know, giving me little errors and bugs all over the place. That's why I just kind of go, ha ha ha. Like, seriously, I had to start, you know, doing all kinds of neat funky stuff, and I'll actually upload the video in 480p, right, to YouTube, and I'll say, if you want a better quality, you'll have to pay to go and see it. Because that's what I'll do. I'll put it at some other place where I can host it with proper bandwidth. Go get like an OVH 100 megabit 100 megabit server with proper whatever, unlimited bandwidth or terabytes of bandwidth, right? And then just give Patreons or some kind of setup like that free access to stuff like that, so you can see proper videos, any links to, like, you know, some game I'd make or whatever, you know, all that shit would be on there. I mean, totally go stupid ass capital monolithic whatever bullshit like everyone else does, right? Meh. God damn it. Alright, here we go. This is where I'm making some money now. Look at this shit. Give me the metal. Heavy metal. Hello, SB and Willie. I was ready to give up because I didn't know whether I come in here that things work. Like, you guys are seeing things work. It doesn't work in the YouTube studio. As long as it's working for you guys, I don't give a shit then. It's not my problem that they can't get their shit together and figure out what the hell's wrong. I sent them a screenshot of this shit. I put it up as a thumbnail on one of my fucking videos. They have no fucking idea what they're doing. This is an error that goes back 2-3 years, guys. I found that out the other day too, and so I give up trying to figure it out. There's no solution. The only solution would be if I were an actual website operator, I'd be able to go in and play with the code that would actually then be able to fix this problem. But because I'm not a website operator, I can't do that. Once again, reinforcing the fact that we are not website operators. I can't debug when there's problems. I got to rely on them because they're the website operators. Yeah, man. You would not want to get me into a courtroom. I'd massacre you over that copa shit. Yeah. Anyway, back to gaming. There's some nice toys finally in this game. It's taken a little bit longer than I wanted to. I went too long at mining rather than getting into the R mining. But there's another big chunk down here. Where'd it go? Where are you? I have to go over here so I can see. Where'd it go? Where's that big one I saw? You little peckers. I gotta go out of here then and have a look again. Hit that. Let's play hockey. There we go. We were going to play a hockey game inside this thing, right? We were going to use asteroids as the puck. You have to get a really big ship to be able to... I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you. See, take this little rock here. Let me see how far. I will go right up to it, right? So this is what I do, right? I come up on it like this, right? Get right to the side of it, right? And go, push! Push it over! Ah! Well, that one didn't really go so well. He shoots! He scores! That's what you want to be doing here, boys and girls. You want to get yourselves, you know, some true entertainment. Okay, there was that one there, and there was that one there. I got that. Okay, yeah. Where'd that other big one go? Is it this one? No. Where'd that big honking guy go? All right, I'll back up out of here and find it. Pieces of crap. Where's my radar? Okay, there we are. Those blue rocks. See, they're spying on me, eh? The AI. Even in this video game, they look at you. Okay, there's that one there. There was that one there. Yeah. And that one there. That's 13K. Yeah. Where did you go? Where did you go? There was another big one in there. Oh well. Oh, there's this one here. There's 60K. I'll take that. La la la. La la la. Back up. So you can see. There we go. Gotta go to point 2. There we go. Unify the dot. See, with the Star Trek one, it's pretty cool because you got all the laser sounds, When I was playing that, I was going pew 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 pew, and it's got this one thing where you know how you don't see that much rocks around you that are mineable. It's got this one mod where you can like have mining all over the place. It's good for single player because it gets you going, right? Then you can put it on real hard difficulty, and at least you'll have resources to like kind of play the game anyway. Kind of makes insane level just a little less insane. And just think about it like this: the guy that created the game plays on veteran mode, which is less than expert, right? So I saw some science about COVID there. And what they were saying was that it's beginning to look like this virus has been going around a little bit longer than people were thinking. And I got thinking about that because back in, they were saying October, by the way, and back in November, every single person on this floor but me had the worst cold ever, or whatever it was. Because I could hear for like a week, everybody was just, and I did. I'm not kidding you. I sealed my door shut and stayed in here for a whole week, other than going to the bathroom and, you know, I got a microwave in here so I could cook some food and shit, right? Dry food. That's what I did. So I didn't get sick, right? And then, you know, come December, I got supremely ill. There we are. Okay, well. Oh yeah, it's just like I actually had like a pneumonia and everything. I'm still semi getting over it. It's a hell of a lot better than it was. So most people are of the opinion that probably 60% of everybody has it by now. Isn't that great, eh? And they're saying if you just got to be within 6 feet of somebody. Oh my God. My roommate goes to the soup kitchen, right? He would sit beside people, right? Probably sit in a different place every day, you know, that kind of deal. He got sick too, and you know, I don't know. Because what you're seeing in the statistics is the more they test, the more it looks like more people have it, right? And not just people that are, you know, attached to somebody who's traveled over to overseas. And then you get those spooks going. Yeah, well, you know, the intelligence agencies were starting to warn people of something. Well, no, they weren't. They're keeping their mouth shut about it. Of course they were. Why would they tell you anything? Not in their interest at all to like, you know, not have some of this panic going on, because now what they're going to do is they're going to backdoor all the encryption, guys. All the encryption will be in the USA will be backdoored. In other words, I'm not going to be using YouTube. When the day that law passes, that's the day YouTube dies for anybody outside of it. I just won't use it. Sorry. I'm not getting hacked, okay? So, by foolish laws, okay? Because that's what that'll lead to. Once hackers figure it out, it's game over. And I mean game over, because they'll go mass hack shit on that stuff. I know, because I do it. Back when I was younger, that's exactly right. And if you had the ability to do something like that, you know, holy balls. That would be the end right there. Imagine waking up one day and all the YouTube videos said, haha, you've been owned. 1.5 million videos of that all at once. Panic. So they change something, and then, you know, it would be found again and again and again and again and again. And then how much interruption, you know, what happens when they put one of those things down on your hard drive that encrypts your hard drive, and then you got to pay them to get all your shit back? How long until that happens too, right? Especially some of the monetized people, eh? You want to, they just take all your money. Yeah, there you go. I'm just trying to give you guys examples of why this law is bad, and they're sneaking around behind our backs while COVID goes on, right? Pulling this shit. They're trying to say that, you know, and they try to do the divisive thing where Democrats versus Republicans and Republicans versus Democrats, and meanwhile it's both sides that are doing this stupid law. If that doesn't show you the true face of it all, okay, nothing else should. And this is from the outside. I'm outside looking in, right? Okay, I really don't care, you know, who runs your country, as long as they run it right. You know, that it's fair. Okay? And I really don't like it when they mess with some people that I like in the U.S. And that's most of you guys that I've met along the way. It's sad. I used to host the United Hackers Association inside the United States to begin with. Okay? Then the laws started. Well, I moved it. And I moved it to one country, and it stayed there until I decided I just didn't feel that with all the spying going on, I wanted everybody to be safe. So I just said, "Oh, turn the site off. If you need access to the library, you let me know, and I'd give you access." And then that was that. That's the end. That's the end right there. I just sort of, and then, said, well, you know what? I got better things to do than all this shit. I'd like to have some fun in life and play some video games and make some stuff and do things like that instead of doing all this other shit and having to worry about everyone else for their bullshit. I tried to find someone to replace me, and there was nobody. Like, that's a sad day, when I can say that. Somebody that wouldn't be able to be bought and sold and corrupted by the money. Okay? Good luck. That's a good state of the world. Right there. 67 nations and countries, and I couldn't find one person to do it. The only alternative is to break it up into small pieces and then have 8 people do it or something like that. Then the fighting and the arguing would start, and then all the bullshit, and then, that's how that works. That's why I didn't bother with that. And you can look at Alexander the Great exactly as what would happen, okay? Because he didn't die with a proper heir. It split to 4 people, right? And the 4 people then went to war with each other, and then within, about 400 or 500 years, there was nothing left. Oh well. Let's see here. That's that. How are we doing on the cargo bay? I guess we're good to travel back now. And what we do, I think, where was it? Was it up here that I went? Let's try going down into here and seeing where we could find an equipment dock first. Resource depot. We'll go here first. We'll dump off our stuff there. I'll say hi to the chat once I get there. I'm going to keep an eye on time here. I don't want to go too long. I don't even know. It doesn't even tell me in here how long I've been going. How long has this chat been going, guys? I can't. The YouTube thing has got an error in this thing. This is why I was having issues. Okay, let me tell you, Shambolic. Okay, so let's just say that virus has probably been around a lot longer than that. What happens is it mutates into new forms. This is why if you look at it, it says COVID. It's actually a variation of the SARS virus, in fact. It's a mutation of that. And that virus causes the COVID-19 disease. And the reason it's got that 19, I would surmise, is because that's the 19th mutation of that disease. Okay? So they're trying to find a vaccine for the disease, right? Not so much the virus, if you notice that. Because they're not mentioning the SARS bit of it, right? They want to get rid of the COVID-19, right? And I heard someone else talking like the way you were, and we won't need a vaccine, and then you're not treating it then seriously enough, okay? Like, this made healthy people really sick, and it's like that Andrew Cuomo of New York says, young people think they can't get this thing, they're wrong. And there are young people that die, okay? Okay, that don't have complications with whatever. They don't want to tell you that, though, okay? It's not as many cases, but it's there. And by all stats of all the numbers I could crunch, if this thing goes as big as they say on the good side, okay, up to 2 million people worldwide will die of this by the time it runs its course, okay? That's if we have a good day. Let me go to my channel and see how long I've been. See, now I got to do this shit. This is just goofy. I got to go over here, go back into YouTube. Go over here, go to my channel. How long have I
That's
been?
when we have a good day.
Okay, so that's an hour and a half. There we go. So I'll do my little bits of upgrades here, and then I'll call that. But if you look on, what I was on one of my videos about the stuff like that, I posted a link. Even the last video, okay, it's got all the information you need there to make proper assessment of everything. And one of the things to remember is, don't listen to the news things where they go, oh, it's exploding in the United States. No, it's just that the amount of testing is exploding. They finally are doing the testing, okay? If this thing has been around since October, going around, this particular version of this virus, okay, that causes the COVID-19 disease, it's a goddamn good chance a huge portion of the population has it, and there could be people that have died of it or related to it or because of it that we don't know about yet because it wasn't being tested for. So the numbers, it's kind of disingenuous that such a great nation like the United States is pissing around with all the testing, okay? It's just going to cause more shit in the future, right? It's like, and that's why I like what the New York state governor was talking about. He says, by knowing how many people, the more people we test, the more chances we know that what proportion of the population has it, and then we can have a proper policy to deal with it, right? And that's the way to deal with things. Because if it turns out that 80% of your population has it, but has had it for 4 months, right, and isn't infectious anymore, right, and it's only this new 20% that's getting infected and hurt and harmed, you can just, the 80% who are immune and have tested for antibodies should be allowed to go around okay. I mean, you need a more stringent test. It takes longer to test for antibodies than it does for just to see if the virus is there. Okay, because you got to do both tests. You see, like, this is what I'm trying to say, is that it's a little bit more complicated to deal with this than you think. And we're just at they're just all these nations mostly are just doing the bare minimums because they know that their bloody healthcare system would just be screwed. Look at Italy; it can barely handle it, right? The poor Italians didn't have very many people that were infected back in October, November, and December, and January, and suddenly it's made its way over there, right? People started coming home for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's when it started. That's when I got sick, right? Now, I'm not saying I had it. I don't know. I mean, I'm well. I'm well enough to say that, there's no sense in me going down and getting a test because I'm okay. And it's been, 3 weeks I've been at home, right? The only thing I did in the last 3 weeks is went out for groceries once, went out to the food bank once, and never touched anything. I had everything handed to me and I had a set of gloves on. And everybody was kept apart from people. So, and I didn't leave when I was really sick. I didn't leave the house for 2 weeks, the actual 2 weeks. So at least I can say I followed what their rules were before there were rules. Okay, that's the point to make, is that when you're sick, you should stay away from fucking people. You don't wander around going, That's just sort of what you don't want to ever do. Because you never know. Okay. Let's get this done here. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we go in here. Do this. It's going to take 12 minutes, Just for that. Well, look at all the stuff I get, A million trinium ore. That'd be some good money, man. just to show you how much, we will go over here. A million is worth, so that would be like 21 million. Now you know why I like this ship. Yeah, it's an immensely big cargo vessel. So SB, I grabbed Paladins there, and it's a free-to-play game, and it's supposed to be cross-play. That's another one. So anybody that's into consoles and has access to the Paladins game, let me know. I'll try that one out, and you know. Oh, there's other games too. I might try that Warzone out. I mean, I got so many games, guys. Just, I gotta slow down here and focus on a little bit on what I want to do for playthroughs, and do a series of videos like I used to do on my channel here, right? Because those are what, and just to give you guys that do a lot of live streaming, a little tip. If you like to get views, you do recorded videos, okay? I'm just telling you. And if you want to get a little bit extra watch time, you do lives. So when you got to think the average you need for a day is 10.9 hours of watch time, okay? And that would equal, if you multiply it by 365, it comes out to around 4,000, okay? That's your thing, right? So what that means is if you have 4 people in your chat, you have to go for 3 hours. And you can gauge this so that you can minimize your use of bandwidth for YouTube and yourself. Okay? This is the sort of a public service announcement to aid in the, I don't know what's going on here. We're going to have a bandwidth apocalypse here. I don't know. But so if you have four people, that's 3 hours, right? That's 12 hours, so 10.9. You know, you can go a little less, so you could go 3.5. Like when I was doing 4-hour live streams, I was getting about 16 hours of watch time. Okay, but that builds up from previous time when I wasn't getting the watch time, but I was getting lots of views. Okay, right? Like you can go back to the video where I had a 4,000 view video. It's not very long, right? And therefore it wouldn't get you tons of watch time, right? But times 4,000, maybe, you know, it might get you a fair chunk. But anyway, and there'll be lots of people doing what I was doing there, you know, giving out or talking about free games here and there and everything else. I noticed that, I don't know what it is, I just seem to be earlier than most people at this stuff. I mean, I don't know, maybe somebody, the forces that be are allowing me to see it earlier than you guys. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe they know the right thing is that I'll get it to the right people, and I don't cheese it up, and I don't sit here like Young Ya for half an hour talking about the letter A. You know, I love the guy and everything. He has some good stuff to talk about, but you only need to watch the first 2 minutes of his video to know what the rest of the half an hour is about. Skill Up is just a shill. Him and his little buddy. Yeah. I used to watch them because they were a bit funny and they had some good stuff there, but it just gets annoying after a while to be putting up with it. And I'd rather not get into the drama of those two. To each his own. Like I said, some people were not taking this seriously when they should have. And part of the problem is also is that people fall back on other things when they have a hard time dealing with it. They just carry on like there's nothing going on, some people, because their brain hasn't clicked in to be dealing with it yet. And I see a lot of that, and it's like, you know, like I'm not kidding you, man. We got 2 cases next door to me here, right, at this youth shelter. These people mingle all over this place around here. You get one of them standing across the street trying to beg money. You got people hanging out at the corner where I have the coffee shop where I eat, right? And you go up to the soup kitchen and the food banks and all this stuff, right? And I'm 49, so I'm at that part where it starts to get a little higher on the risk ratio, eh? So it's concerning to me, right? And and all the cases, 3 out of the 5 cases in Peterborough now, where I live, are not related to anybody who's ever had any traveling. In other words, it's community spreading. Okay, that's another one. And think about it. These kids over here at the youth shelter, once they've spread it around to their friends and everything else in there, they go to a new rooming house and they spread it around to there, and then it spreads. Wee. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I'm just sort of waiting for this to get done. 5 minutes. And like that link shows all the. If you click on different parts of it, it'll talk to you about recent science data on the thing and everything else. You don't have to listen to what I say. Go there and find out. You know. And when you're looking at statistics, remember, go down when you're seeing it. Click on yesterday. That's the last day of when all the nations reported. Okay, because the data for today, it might be blank somewhere. They haven't reported in yet. That's all. Okay, it's not that they're holding back or whatever. You know. Now they may place like China might be giving and it seems like the news is coming out of China that they're underreporting some things too. Okay, that's another one to think about. Right? And a guy he died of the hantavirus, which is something from rats. The only thing is that doesn't transmit human to human. It comes from mice to or rats and mice to humans. That's an old virus, okay, that killed a lot of people. And I mean, they gotta what's gotta go on here, okay? The world has to tell the rest of the world to stop eating bad food, okay, or creatures or things that can carry these things. It's just got to happen, okay? Or we're gonna have to we're gonna have to like put up a wall. We'll put a wall up around China, all right, you know, I'm not talking racism here. I'm talking like that's it, man. We can't have this kind of disruption going on every 8 years because of these people that don't eat proper food. Their country has to start doing something about it. Okay, I mean that's a human thing to talk about. It's not something that should not be taken care of. 700,000 credits. Woo. Every 3 hours, 700,000 credits. 3 minutes. And then I'll go run around, do some upgrades, and I'll call it a day. So I'm thinking this little issue in the YouTube studio is their way of the next generation of what they're going to be doing soon to lessen bandwidth. Why have you watching the video, right? Right? It's recording to you guys. Why do I need to see it? Well, I need to see it to know that it's working, right? But it's not. I mean, I'll tell you what the error says, and I'll even read it out here. It says, hold on. An error occurred. Please try again later. 1-3 of the playback live. Playback ID, blah 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 blah, and then it says click to learn more, and then it tells you nothing. You know, it started doing that 3 days ago, or 4 days ago, or 5 days ago, or something, and I just right around the time they announced that they were going to do this wacky bandwidth thing. And what happened was I was going to change the frame rate and bit rate. So I was streaming but not going live. So I stopped the stream and then switched everything and then did that. And then ever since then, it's been doing this. So it's hooked. It's it's created a problem with with some kind of cookie somewhere. And I tried eliminating all my cookies. It won't solve it. So anyway, whatever. I just have to deal with it. I was just pissed off because in the future I wanted to bring some entertainment to you guys properly. Where a guy gave me a Blender course, now I can actually go and get a little more proper schooling and skill at doing some of the 3D stuff on the Blender side, so that I can bring some of that stuff into the Unreal Engine and then do some really cool, neat stuff and do it on a cheap where it's not costing you guys an arm and a leg to see, or it's free, and I'll just make whatever money YouTube and some advertisers can give me, right? And that's fine because I got lots of time here, right? So the whole point there was to bring in entertainment to this place. You know, Mickey Mouse, it feels like some days. I mean, I was watching one guy's live stream, and then suddenly, I guess YouTube forced it to go private. Whatever that means. I never seen that before. I never seen the ability of you to unlist your videos or make it private while it's actually public. That was interesting. I was sitting there watching that, going, "Oh, that's neat." But it was American, right? And I'm beginning to think maybe they're going to start doing something wacky with Americans and start cutting off, sectioning off the internet with everybody too, eh? I don't know. And the other side of things is the hardware I need to get. All the companies that make it, their supply chains is all whacked right now because of this thing. So, you know, when people's stuff starts breaking down, they're not going to be able to find replacements anymore. It won't be a question of cost, anything. You just won't be able to get stuff until this is sorted. And, you know, Trump's sitting there and the U.S. is sitting there going, oh, this is only going to go for, a couple of weeks. Yeah, right. This has just begun for the U.S. For the rest of us, though, that got ahead of this thing, maybe we'll be able to get going again, but we're not going to be able to have Americans coming here. Sorry. Seabass wanted to have this thing where he'd have a couple people from the States come up and they're going to go for a trip, but you can't be doing that now. You know, that's kind of out the window. Mind you, going off in the middle of the woods, staying away from people is probably a better idea than anything anybody else ever thought. Then again, I look at the map of all the nations, and there are some pretty damn remote islands that have this stuff, which is why I'm saying this has been going around a lot longer than people are saying. Here we go. Woohoo! Time to get rich. Sell. Okay. We will sell 600,000 of that. Wait a minute, let me make sure. 600. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, baby. I'll sell 100,000 of this. Now we shall look for equipment docks all over the universe. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Turret factories, turret factory, turret factory. Meh. Meh. Nope. Nope. Jeez. Pretty sparse out here, boys and girls. Okay, let's go up this way. Holy shit, eh? One of these would be a research station, huh? There we go. There's one. Alright. Get your ass over there. Come on. Why don't you do it? Like. I have to put a note in there too, I guess, so I can do a little pattern of what I was doing before in another area where you would get less quality things. I would do this little circle around, and then I'd end up at a research station, and then I could research a bunch of shit, right? Now, remember, if you watch what I was doing before, you would get a pattern of how I would do that, right? And this is how you upgrade. You know, you just go around in a circle, you do a mine run, you get some cash, you go around, you buy up all the stuff at the equipment docks, and then you go into the research lab and you research up. And then when you get lots of money, you can go make a turret. Now, the thing is that I still don't quite understand how to do things the way I want in a turret lab, so... Oh, look at this. I'll take that. 60,000. Wow. Yeah, have a smoke. Cough it up. Yeah, oh, and by the way, if you smoke, all the percentages double for you. Right? So the 0.9% at my age group is now 1.8% die. So, whee. And if this had to happen next year for me, I'd be in the 50 and up category, which would be even worse. It'd be up around 6 or 7%. And by all means, every country that's done enough of the testing has about a 10% death rate once their healthcare system gets overwhelmed with loads of cases. If your healthcare can handle it, it's probably around 2 or 3%. Maybe as low as 1.5%, 1%, which makes it 10, 15 times worse than the influenza, at worst, right? And it'd probably be even less than that if, if your healthcare could handle it and they weren't panicked and, and had all the proper ways to look after you. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. See, once I hit the 2-hour mark, it starts giving me a little lag, and I think that's a YouTube thing, I bet you. So, we will go over here and get some stuff. See, I like the Star Trek where the sounds where they're doing the tractor beam, and it's got the sound of an actual tractor beam pulling you in. The thing that gets me though is as you get closer to the end here, it gets louder. I'm like, there's no sound in space. Just keep it at the same level. It's just, I was like, ugh. It's kind of a silly thing. My allies to the... Yeah, I am. Okay, so... Ooh, laser turret. I haven't had one of them yet. Triple cannons. Yep, I'll take those. Quad plasma. I like those. I'll go over here. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm not going to worry about that. We'll take this and this. Take these two. And yeah, why not? What do we got in there? Our mining fighters, eh? Better than neonite. Whew, imagine me making a fleet of them just running around filling up my ship. Oh my god, that's what I gotta do, eh? So then instead of using lasers, I can just have weapons on the front of my ship. I'll do that later. Okay. like this. Add note. EQ. Oh, something's over here trying to start a fight, so we will help them. Small group of alien idiots has showed up. Where are the alien idiots? Where are they? Over here. Well, I'll put my smoke out and do this. Since, I'll take you, just because you're not wounded. Gotcha. Ooh, some neat stuff. 2 plasma turrets. Let's get up here. Let's hand to them. Get over here. Where are those 2 plasma turrets end up? Nowhere on the list. They suck. That's nice. Where was that one that showed up here? It was that one. There it is. That's a drop. Okay. So then I go like this. Now we just keep looking for more places. There's another one. So we go over here. I'll make a note. EQ. Right over there. This is what you do. I could technically get rid of all these mining fighters too. I don't need them anymore. And then I could start doing our mining fighters. And where's our lovely equipment dock? Right down there. Okay. There's a turret factory. See, with my big cargo bay, I could run around and you get the licenses so you can carry the really bad, dangerous, and illegal stuff. And then you go to a turret factory and you can make some exceptional weapons. If you make 5 of those, you can make an exotic based on it. You make 5 of those, so in other words, you make 25, exceptionals, and make 5 exotics that make 1 legendary. And then you hope you get a good number drop. So it's rangiest. Crazy. There are mods that actually you can build them the way you want, and it just costs you money, which depends how you guys want to play, Oh, I went out of the range of the thing. Get up into the light. Oh, I did it again. Here, I'll turn right around at you. Where are you? Here. There we go. Yay! Ooh, that took a while to load up. Take the rail guns. Take the plasma turrets. Not much here. What's the name of this place? Okay, so I'm going to go over to here, no. Warhead Factory. There you go. As we get later in the day too, like, so I'll be doing this early in the morning because by the time a lot of people wake up now, the bandwidth is starting to get stupid, and yeah, or I'll be doing it later and later at night. So this is where, it's going to shift my pattern of sleep from, which is fine. I mean, no matter what time of day I have my sleep or not, as long as I get it. Where is that stupid thing? There it is. Okay, flip upside down, sir. Thank you. And there we go. This will be good. I'm around here. For it. Okay. Some more. There we go. Lucky. No. And then still gotta find a research lab in the area, but anyway. It's pretty cold for this time of year too, I notice. It's just really strange. Oh yeah. It doesn't do very much damage at all. Not worth it. That one. I will take that, however. There's a bug right there. Nothing goes for nothing. Unless that's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know. It's weird. Just there, right? Or was I up here? Yeah, I was up there. Okay, so I'll come down to this one. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a research lab around here somewhere. Find the research lab, man. Grabbing all this stuff. I can't find a research freaking lab. Yeah, whatever. There's another one up here. Where am I? I'm over here, right? Let's see, anything over here for research labs? Wow. Look how far down this little empire of people spread. Gotta be down here then. Somewheres. Where am I? I'm up here. Okay, so I'm going over here. There it is. Okay. Go there. And there. And there. Wait a minute. We'll go right there. 2 stops. 2 stops. Alright. The only thing I'm really going to be upgrading will be the mods, because you want to go further in to get higher tech to make your weapons better. Sort of another little tip. Yes, if your weapons are less tech than the area you're in, then fine, right? But if you're getting them in the area, chances are you're not going to get much of a better upgrade. Or you're wasting it. So, okay. So yeah, little tips. I mean, there are quicker ways and faster ways to do things. I mean, you know, you make an arm mining fleet, you just go through and you do crazy amounts of shit. You get multiple ships, you get a trading station going, you start making money, you know, all the time without having to do these little runs. But I like traveling around and doing things in the game rather than turning it into an executive order by, you know, some big corporation, right? I am Han Solo. Kudos to that Ryan Reynolds for coming out on Twitter saying what he did there the other day about stuff. There's very few actors and musicians that are treating things in a respectful manner, you know. You know, and some of them just, I just turn my head going, wow. And I'll say this, don't come back after all this is done and start bitching about more copyright rules. Society is what makes you the money. It needs a break from your it needs a break from loot boxes. It needs a break from all that. We need a little bit of cheap to get going. Man, I haven't seen many shields either. I'm just buying right into it all here. Double laser, I'll take that. Trinium iron mining, I'll take that. Double cannons, yeah. That's a good little spot. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to make it all the way down here. Can I make it to there? I can. There we go, research station. And an equipment dock. So we'll finish with the equipment dock and we'll go over to the research lab. There we go. That's a nice little day's run. Just sort of a day in the life of a trader. Who just happens to have a giant size battle station, Star Warsy gun cannon. Oh, look at this. Now it's on. I think I'm gonna get in a fight. I think I'm really gonna get in a fight. Oh, turn those off, will ya? Turn them off. Jeez, quit wasting your power. There you go. Exceptional. Greed. Must have it. Okay, now. Equipment dock. Where are you? There we go. Spin around upside down here. Yeah, one of the funniest things you can do is you get multiple fleets. So say you got Star Trek ships. What? Two of them come up to you. One of them's sideways and one of them's upside down. But in reality, in space, that would probably be happening more often than not. You know, like it wouldn't matter as long as you're able to talk to each other and it looks straight up and down. Well, somebody's been here. Look at that. They cleaned it out. Ooh, maybe I'm being stream sniped, eh? I bet you that's that Mojo shithead. That's the guy that likes to automate his ships after he's gone off, and I killed him twice. His ship came over and started stealing resources off me, so I just blew it up. Kills bugs did. And where's the science lab in here? Where are you? Where are you? I don't see it. Is it gone now? There's supposed to be a science lab in here. Research lab is now gone. Look at that, eh? They blew it up. Or did I go too far? So there's another one supposedly I saw down here. Where'd it go? This is what I mean. People are wrecking stuff in the game. Where was it? Christ's sake. Down here. Oh, I didn't jump. That's why. Oh, I thought I jumped. Being stupid. Duh. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Now the equipment dock, then the research lab. Forgot about it. I got into that fight and forgot about things. My old age taking care of me. Proper. Why are all these other guys around here? Who's this? Hey, it's Majo. You want to start a fight again, buddy? I'll blow you right to shit. Figures he's hiding out in this system. He sees my ship come by and be like, what the hell? What size is that thing? That's right, man. What the hell is going on with this stupid... Here, let me get over here. There. Mm-hmm. 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 what upgrades we can do. There's that lab. There's the research lab. And there. Whoa. Whoops. Forgot about how fast I can go. See me wipe that guy, this is sort of like, I should have bumped into Buddy there and took him out, but I wouldn't, you know, I'm not mean like that usually. I have my moments too when I'm a jerk. Just not that often. We're all jerks some days, but anyway. It just doesn't happen all the time, you know, then you're alright. Oh, wait. Okay. On the bottom. I don't have very much shit, do I? Scroll up. Cleaning this up, by the way, will help you with your leg if you have some as well. Off of that. Oh, wait. There just seems to be Teslas everywhere. What else can I do there? Not a heck of a lot. At least yet. Yeah, here, chain guns. It's a nice size chain gun. Look at this shit. It's getting better. Put that back. Never touch seekers. That's too long. The hell with it. this mess? There's one. Yeah, that sucked. That's why I don't like doing that. Okay. Look at all the guns up here, right? Okay. Crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage. Better damage. Crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage. Better damage. Yeah, that's the way. What do we got here? Pulse cannons, quads. So we got 3 of those. And what do we got here? Plasma. See? Teslas. Woohoo! Short range, doing nothings. Crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage, crappy damage. Better damage. Woohoo! Bunch of railguns, eh? Let's have a look. Crappy, crappy, crappy. Let's go down further here and see if there's any more crappy railguns. There's one. Today. I cropped out. Now before I do that, so okay, good. Give me the worst one I could get out of the bunch. Same there. Crappy railgun. Let's go from the top and we'll work our way down here. Look at this. Independent targeting. Ooh. Fire on its own. Okay. So we got one. Crappy railgun. Right? We'll put that in there. Scroll down. Let's just see if we find another crappy railgun. There's one. Railgun? No. Turrets. No, we don't have enough then to do that. chance. Marginally better. Yay. Not working well here. Quad plasma, where are you? Plasma. That one's good. Take that one. The size isn't there. Pirates, eh? Well, here we go. So now, what do we got up here? Whoa. Well, they'll deal with it. Maybe. Those missiles will get them. Watch. Missilated. Of course, the explosion was right beside one of my own guys, so yeah. Get a little pissed about that. How come I didn't get the blue piece? Stupid. Give me that. Come on. What the hell? That's weird. I'd say there's just a little bit of lag. Now, let's have a look here at what we can do before I check out. Not a heck of a lot. $70, $80, 82%. That's better. Got better shielding. It's this -20. Oh, that's what. Wait a minute. Unearned. So get one more slot there. Before I wait, go purple with it. Yeah, I'll wait and go purple with it. So anyway, this is kind of what you do. You do this run again and put your money back up. You do this run again, and then that would probably get me a purple there. and some other upgrades because I'm just on the cusp of getting a few extra things like upgrading this to an orange, as long as it's the right kind of orange. It's got to have the hyperspace cooldown. Like, if it doesn't have that, I don't want it. It's too much power otherwise. Anyway, let's see. Okay, guys. I don't want to be in the same system as him. So we're gonna jump all the way up to this place. And then we'll call it a day. Okay. And that'll be it for the stream. And I'm gonna say too, just before I leave, most of these schools of viruses come from animals first, right? Because the animals, being in the animal kingdom, are a little less likely to be civilized and clean and everything else, and they pick up things and they eat things that we wouldn't be eating, right? And thus things like this can happen. And every species of cat has a variation of the HIV virus, as an example, and it's in the same class as the SARS virus and this corona thing and influenza and the cold virus. All these are a class of life form, okay? If you want to call a virus a life form. Because basically, if we all died, it would die. So, it's a kind of a thing that's not much of a life form that requires, you know, to piggyback on other things. But anyhow, that's why they say, this will eventually burn itself out one way or another. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call this one, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.